What is up, my friend? Manny here. Would you mind taking a seat, being my co-driver for just a little bit, huh? We can talk about life and have a great time here. That would be awesome, I guess. Well, guess who is on his way to Trondheim with a full tank of gas, baby? It is Manny. It is Manny the monkey. Can you see that? You see that? this little shit here. Welcome to Biogas Östersund. Because we've got some gas in Östersund actually. How great! Östersund, nice place, nice little city. They even got an Universität, as they call it there, and they've got a nice little communal, building. Pretty cool stuff. And also the way how this city is divided by this lake, just beautiful, man, just beautiful. But anyway, it was a good CNG station, had a lot of pressure, that was amazing. The needle went really, to the other side, to the end, which rarely occurs, because as you have to know, if you're driving a CNG car, you know this anyway, but for all the others, CNG stations are different, okay? They have different pressures and they have different qualities of gas. So one CNG might give you a full load and you get with this load 500 kilometers. Another CNG station will give you a load and you will get like 600 kilometers. Okay, so it's not that normed to say, okay, with one tank of CNG you're gonna get this far. It's not this certain. And this one had a good pressure, so I'm pretty sure we got around 600 kilometers of CNG there, plus the 70 to 80 kilometers of gasoline that I've got in the tank, plus the canister. So we are well above 700 kilometers, I think, now. And this is enough for Trondheim, because Trondheim is actually around 260 kilometers away from Östersund, which is where we are, where we are heading now. So that should be no problem. And the main climbing area around Trondheim is actually Hell. And Hell is even a little bit before Trondheim, so we shouldn't even need that much of gas, which is good because then we can move around Trondheim a little bit. And I also want to visit it because it's supposed to be really pretty city, really pretty village, with lots of these wooden buildings close to the sea and stuff like that. It looks pretty nice on pictures, But anyway, another big leap on the map. We are moving in the direction back to Norway again, into a CNG desert, which is why at some point we will have to come back to Östersund. But anyway, we're moving there, and that was the main goal. So we kind of tricked the system here a little bit, made a little, little turn around Sweden to get the CNG, to get the closest CNG station to Trondheim, to the main target, and utilizing that to get there. So anyway, another big leap on the map, and this made me think about another topic that I just talk a few words about. I thought about this as well previously on other trips, and that is the perception of time and space during one's lifetime. How it changes in general. We could also say over the course of human history. But anyway, let's start with the individual perception, because I still remember when I was a child how crazy hard it was for me to endure 1 hour of car driving. And I'm pretty sure you guys made the same experience. 1 hour of car driving was pretty hard. Like 2 hours, complete horror. 3 hours, not possible without asking, when are we there, come on, how long is it taking still. It was not endurable, and that was because as a child 1 hour of time, or even 2 hours, is an extremely long time. The perception of time is completely different. Time is much denser, okay? Time is much denser in that state. So 1 hour seems really, really a lot. Today, driving 1 hour in a car is nothing. I mean, I'm driving in this car today already since 6 hours, 7 hours even. So it really, the patience and patience, how patience changes over the course of a lifetime, because perception of time simply changes. Because for me now, this time goes by a lot faster. 3 hours go by a lot faster. And this is also something that's really interesting. As people get older, they always tell you, man, time runs so fast. The last 10 years were like a snap, It's because the perception of time changes. The perception of the small pieces change. That's really interesting, actually, when you think about it. Maybe it's because the brain is running slower, The brain starts to run slower and slower, and that's why the same amount of time seems to go by faster and faster. That only makes sense. Another thing is that as we get older, we tend to acquire routines. For most of us, this is work and job, family, and stuff like that. These routines, they really, really accelerate time. This is something that I've noticed for myself always when I had a routine. Still back then, when I was studying and I was training for climbing, it was pretty much the same routine every week. It was 3 times a week training for climbing, then 1 or 2 times a week outdoors climbing, and in the meantime studying. And this time in Vienna, when I was doing this routine, it flew by. Time really flew by. Now, on another level, since I'm working in this gym in Fürstenfeld, when I'm working there over the course of weeks and months, time flies by, man. Time flies by. So it's just the routine also. Routine really accelerates time and makes time go fly by like crazy. So how, in the contrast, contrarily to that, I should say, once you're in a situation where every day is new and every day is something different, you're living into the blue every day. You're making another new adventure. You're seeing new spots, meeting new people. This extremely decelerates time. It extremely slows it down. And this is something that I've noticed yet again during this trip. Feels for me like I'm on my way already like 1 month or even above that. In fact, I'm on my way 2 weeks now. I know this because usually during these vlogs I always tell you the date. It's the 7th of September still, but this time we are already around at 6 o'clock. So actually all these car vlogs happened on the same time, on the same day, I should say, because this was the day, the 7th of September, where I made a huge leap on the map, namely the leap from Torsby to Trondheim. But anyway, once you start living into the blue, and this is something that I would recommend to anyone who has the feeling that time flies by, really take your distance from your routines, okay? Just let your routines be for some time if you have the opportunity. Some of us are stuck in their jobs, they need the money. I'm in the fortunate position that I can do my job whilst I'm traveling, so to say. I mean, I may not do it as well because most people actually nowadays want to see indoor content. They want to see gym climbing, they want to see how to train for climb, because they are stuck in gyms themselves, And also the modern bouldering and stuff is really what is propagated through the competitions and stuff like that. So everybody wants to do that. All the new climbers are more, pulled toward that style, I guess. But anyway, I can do what I can still on this journey, and this allows me to live into the blue for some time while still earning a little bit of money, enough to move me along, enough to get by. Not all of us are in this fortunate position, and I very well realize that. So in that case, save up some money and then distance yourself from your routines. Try to live into the blue for some time. Go on a journey, have some adventures, and slow the time down just so heavily. Since I've been doing basically what I want for the last 5 years or something, since I stopped studying basically. Because when I was studying, I was still doing things that I didn't really want, going to exams, going to lessons and stuff like that. this is now, I changed my life in that way that I can do whatever I want, and I can go wherever I want when I want it. And I'm really grateful for that, actually. And yeah, now having this contrast again with working in the gym and going onto this journey, it really shows you how different your perception of time still can be, although you're at that age. It doesn't have to fly by like that, okay? It's like being a child again. When you're a child, you're living into the blue every day. There's not really a routine. It starts when you go to school and stuff like that, you know? But before that, you are totally living into the blue. This is how it should be, actually, you know? This is how it should be, and then time really slows down and you get so much more out of it. It feels like you get so much more out of it. And also the perception of space, man. Obviously this changes with time because we get older. As we get older, we see new places, maybe we travel. Traveling by plane doesn't really change it because it's so surreal. Going by plane is very abstract. You're stepping onto the plane, then you sleep a little bit, and then you're waking up two hours later, and you're at the other side of Europe, which is crazy, okay? But yeah, I mean, if you're staying on the ground, which is what I really like doing these days. I really don't like flying, not only because I'm a little bit afraid of it, but also because of this aspect. I want to actually experience the land. I want to see it. I want to feel it, smell the air, feel the temperature and all that kind of stuff. See the landscape, see the animals that live here. All these things are kind of ways how to get to know a country, and which you're missing out on actually when you're flying by plane. I would have never seen the vastness. I would have never experienced the vastness of this country if I would have flown over. It would have just been a green surface from above, you know, a green surface, which is over after 2 hours. Like this, it's forest. It's forest for freaking 10 hours. So this sticks into the head, you know, this sticks in the head much better, because on the forest we can, you know, our mind can do something with forest. It can categorize it, put it into a cupboard. With a green surface, it can't really do a lot. It can be anything, you know. So I guess what I want to say is also the perception of space changes as we grow older and experience how freaking big this place actually is that we are living on, you know, this earth. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Alright, so before my voice starts cracking, we are on our way to Trondheim here with a full tank of gas. Hopefully we're able to move around in Trondheim a little bit and, you know, experience the climbing areas that are around that. Hopefully there are some people there. I'm traveling alone. I don't really you know anyone who's there, so we're gonna see. I hope you're having a great one as well, my friends. I hope you're having a great one as well. I definitely do. And I'm gonna try to see you soon in Trondheim. In hell, maybe. And maybe even Flatanger. We're gonna see. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome times are ahead. See you then.